The ancient land of India has given the world much wisdom and spirituality from many very diverse faith traditions. There seems to be something in the air there that drives people to the things of the Spirit, that leads them to search for God. From long before the birth of Jesus, extraordinary men and women in India have been seeking union with God, and some even speculate that Jesus himself may have traveled there during his early years. Anything is possible. India has been home to many people regarded by their followers as saints. Of course, as Christians, the first such apostle of love to come to our mind may well be Mother Teresa, who spent many years among the poorest of the poor in Calcutta. Perhaps less well known is the fact that it was the apostle St. Thomas himself, the famous Doubting Thomas, who first brought Christianity to this mystical land very shortly after the death of Jesus. Not all of those regarded as saints in India have been Christian, though. The majority have been affiliated with other, even more ancient traditions, but these too have sought the truth and tried to spread to their fellow creatures the love that is God. One of the most famous of these modern saints is a woman with the unpronounceable name of Mata Amartanandamayi Devi, who thankfully is usually known merely as Amma, which means mother. A spiritual leader and guru, Amma is known worldwide for her selfless love and compassion toward all beings. Throughout her life, she has dedicated herself to alleviating the pain of the poor and all those undergoing physical or emotional suffering. When asked about her religion, she replies that her religion is love. Like all saints, she spends her life bringing the love of God to others. She does this, however, in a very unique way. She hugs people, many, many people. That is her mission. Or her global charity, appropriately named Embracing the World, brings food and shelter and education and medical care to the poor of the world. But it is her literal embrace of the world, her gift of hugging the pain out of life, hugging comfort into people's lives, that makes her such a unique messenger of God's love. Amma recalls that people used to come and tell her their troubles. They would cry and she would wipe their tears. When they fell weeping into her lap, as into the lap of a mother, she used to hug them. Then the next person too wanted it, and so it all began. That was in the 1970s. Since then, she has often had days when she spent more than 20 hours doing nothing but giving hugs to the people who lined up to receive them, all craving the consoling love that only a mother's hug can bring. It is estimated that over 34 million people have been hugged by Amma, known universally as the hugging saint. Can this simple act make a difference in a world so afflicted by poverty, war, and hate? Amma believes it can. She believes that if you can touch people, you can touch the world. If you can bring peace to a human heart, you have already begun bringing peace to the world. Like the Christ, her arms are open to everyone. We are all called upon to embrace the world, to open our arms to everyone, everywhere, to be the message of love to a suffering world. We are called upon to dedicate ourselves to those works of mercy taught and practiced by Jesus. Feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, shelter the homeless, care for the sick and imprisoned, the dying and the dead. Show mercy and compassion to all who share this lonely planet with us. This was not a new teaching with Jesus. The crowds had asked John the Baptist, "What should we do?" And the saint of the desert replied, "Whoever has 2 cloaks should share with the one who has none, and whoever has food should do likewise." And from somewhere in India, another saint's voice joins itself to his. "And whoever has an extra hug, give it to someone who needs one." Like the Holy Mother of India, like the Holy Father in Rome, like the dying Christ on the cross, let us stretch out our arms and embrace the world with love.